Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Tuesdays. Today I wanted to show you this cool little smartwatch from China. Now, my one doesn't actually connect to my phone very well, so some of the features work, some of the features didn't, but I asked the manufacturer who sent it to me whether they still want me to just review it as it is, and they said yes, because they didn't know how to fix that issue of it not connecting. I did try it with multiple phones, I did try it with multiple apps on those phones, and it didn't connect. So it is a nice little smartwatch, actually a really nice screen on there, and nice colors on the screen. Pretty okay size. Personally, I don't actually wear smartwatches or watches at all. The most I would wear is like a ring. Even that I remove most of the time, or some of the time. So I don't really wear jewelry on my hands very much, but yeah, it's, I guess, for a watch wearer, this is good. Okay, I mean, it's not too heavy, not too big, a little on the large side, but I guess pretty okay. Fairly thin. Slightly bulky, but not too bad. So then we swipe to the right to go to the menu, and then you can have a menu like this with only one item on the menu at a time, or you can have the menu with 4 items, so it takes, so it's a little bit quicker to scroll. So I'm not going to go over every tiny little feature. I'm just going to go over the main features of this. So we've got one button to turn it on and off, and you can have this set to a quick on-off time, or 60 seconds is what I've got it set to now, so while I'm using it, it doesn't turn off in the middle. And you can have it set up to 1 hour, but there's no option between 60 seconds and 1 hour. There's less than 60 seconds, like 30 and 5 seconds and 10, but there's nothing between 60 seconds and an hour. So yeah. Then you've got a camera right there, which is okay, not great. And when I say okay, I mean you can take a photo with it. That's all I mean. It does take a video. You're limited to about maybe 30 seconds recording time. And if you've got some photos on here as well, then you're limited to about 5 seconds recording. So not a very long recording time. Very low resolution, but doesn't look, I don't know. It's I've seen worse cameras, I guess. So let's go to the first item in the menu, which is something over here. Okay, phone book. So we've got a phone book there, not working at the moment because it's not connected to my phone. We've got a dialer which works pretty well. This actually did manage to work with my phone. So nice and easy to press, a nice responsive screen there. Nice to tap on. So then below the dialer, we've got a call log. On mine, it didn't work. Messaging, once again, didn't work because it wasn't fully connected to my phone. And right now I've got the brightness set quite high, which means that the screen, the way you're seeing it right now, is going to look a little overexposed. So I'm just going to go to the menu and show you how we would change that. So this is the menu. What I'm going to do is go to the display settings. First of all, I'm going to set the menu to 4x4, which just makes it a little bit easier to find stuff. And then I'm going to go to display options and brightness. I'm going to set that to minimum because it does go very nice and bright, which is good. But there isn't an automatic brightness setting on this. So there we've got the screen timeout and stuff. So I'm just going to go back to the menu. Okay. So then we've got messaging, call log. We've got remote notifier. We've got find my device. These don't work for me. We've got an alarm, which works fine. So we can choose, you can add an alarm, set it to whatever you want, and then you can flip in between your alarms, turn them on and off somehow. So yeah, that's fine. Then we've got a calendar, which works. It's fairly basic. I don't think there's a way to actually add things through the thing here. You need to add things through your mobile phone and then have it sort of sync with your phone. Then we've got the Bluetooth music. Now, unfortunately, this only plays music through the speaker here. Even if you've got music playing from your phone or from headphones or anything like that, as soon as you start using this feature, it tries to play it through this, meaning through the tiny little speaker on this, which obviously sounds pretty nasty. So there isn't an option to use this only as a controller for your music and listen through headphones. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I couldn't figure out an option to do that. So then we've got the remote capture option, which for me didn't work, but I guess you'd use this as a screen for your camera, or use this as the camera and have the screen on the mobile phone. I'm not sure. And then we've got Bluetooth connection options, which just basically connects you to Bluetooth to your phone, and File Manager, which it's fairly easy to, it's not like you're going to have a lot of files on there, just, to browse photos and stuff. And then we've got a pedometer, which for me didn't work. So yeah, I don't know, I tried to, swing it around like that and stuff. It wouldn't count steps. So then we've got sleep monitor, which I didn't try, but I guess it just times your sleep amount. So then we've got themes down here. The two themes look almost identical. And then we've got the menu theme, which does actually look quite different between 1 and 2. Below that, we've got image viewer and camera. So let me show you the camera now. So that's the camera. Now, when you're looking at the camera here, the image that you're seeing is sideways. They expect you to be looking like this with your head this way and take a photo that way. Whereas it would make much more sense for you to simply aim your hand like that. I don't know. I guess, this looks like you're Spider-Man, and then this looks like you're some sort of spy. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's just that it's kind of difficult to actually aim where you want. If you're aiming it like this, you're trying to aim it like a traditional camera, then when you move left and right, what you see on the screen moves up and down. And when you move up and down, what you see on the screen moves left and right. And when you try and adjust... Anyway, it's just confusing. So now I'm tilting this, and what I see on the screen is doing that. Anyways. Usable gives okay-ish images. When I say okay-ish, I mean just basic, but the colors look okay. So, very low pixels, almost no pixels, I would say. But yeah, it's I've seen worse, and the colors look okay on it. So, not the worst camera I've seen. And in my opinion, colors are more important than megapixels. Anyways, then we've got the image viewer where we can view images. So, for example, that's a photo that I took with this just a minute ago. And that's just a little thing. That's just this little thing sitting on my desk here. And then I will show you a video that I took with this as well. I'll show you that in a second. But we do have a sound recorder on here that doesn't sound very good. Let's give that a go. So, nope, not enough memory. Okay, so let's just... Okay, so I managed to record 1 second. Anyways, the quality on that is, it will record from about a foot away. Very, 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 very low quality. So I personally wouldn't use that. But I guess it's nice that it's there. So sedentary reminder is the name of this option. This allows you to, I guess it tells you when you've been sitting down for too long. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I haven't tried that. So next up we've got quick response, which is basically just a little QR code for scanning with your phone. I don't know where that takes you, but we've got a video recorder, which once again is sort of aimed in the wrong direction. Sort of the screen is sideways, but whatever works. Fairly nice colors, just very low resolution, very, very low space, only about enough for about 30 seconds of recording. There's a little example of something I recorded. See if that will play. Full screen, and then so I guess you get the gist of this. Very basic, but yeah, better than nothing, I guess. We've got a stopwatch on here that works fine and does continue, even if you exit the app and stuff, it does continue running, and you do have the option to record laps there. So let's start from scratch. There we go. Then we can record laps. So when I go out of it, it keeps recording, which is good. Keeps timing. Then we've got the video recorder, video player. We've got a calculator. I think the buttons on here are a little too small, but I guess you could do basic calculations on this if you wanted to. I wouldn't on this because I wouldn't want to make a mistake by pressing something, pressing the wrong button, but yeah, it's fine. And then we've got the settings, so fairly basic Bluetooth settings, which just connect you to Bluetooth. Clock options, which has a few different looks for the clock. So we've got that. We've got that sort of a digital clock. There's only 3 options on there, and yeah, so it's fine. I don't know if you can download more things to this. I wasn't able to fully connect it to my phone. It sort of half connected, but I wasn't able to use all the features. So we've got some sound options, so you can change the volume and stuff. Personally, I don't really like to have anything playing from this, so I just turned all the volumes down. Then we've got display settings, so same as before, brightness, screen timeout, and motion settings, where you can change these options where you want to, move it to or flip it upside down to hang up a call, that kind of stuff, which I don't think would make much sense, since if it's on a table, then I don't know, whatever. Then international, so that's where you'd go to change the language. You do need to change it first time you get this. From China, it was it wasn't Chinese, so I had to go to the menu. So if you want to do that, you go to find the menu through the settings. So it looks like that. Press that, go to the bottom, and then from the bottom count 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th one is international, and under that, the second option down is language. So then you can select English. So then, oops, I've changed the language. Oops, what am I doing? So, all right, well, those are the features of the smartwatch, of the DM08. I don't know if this actually, if other units of this work. If they do, and you're looking for a sort of a medium budget smartwatch which has these features, then, I guess it's fine. Personally, I don't really use watches, but I think it's a nice device. Obviously, on my one, it didn't connect to my phone, so most of the features didn't work. But I think it's nice. It's got a nice screen, nice little button on the side, camera with nice colors, which I think is okay. Fairly comfortable, although personally I don't find any watch very comfortable, but it feels the same as other watches. It doesn't feel heavier than other watches. It doesn't feel bulkier than other watches while I'm wearing it. So, same as other watches, I would say. Same feeling as other watches. So yeah, pretty nice. This does have the standard connection to change strap, so you can put whatever strap on there you want. The battery on it actually surprisingly lasts for a long time. No battery issues, even with having the screen set to 60 seconds. The battery actually lasts for quite a long time. I'm not sure. I didn't time it or anything like that, but it didn't seem to constantly run out or want charging, and that was fine. And I do really like that the charger that came with this was absolutely tiny. It's a wall charger. It's an American wall charger, but it was really tiny, so that was nice. Yeah, so I like it. I don't personally have much uses for it, especially since it doesn't connect to my phone. If it turns out that these do work, I guess, maybe check out the Amazon reviews or something, then in my opinion, it's an okay product. Yeah, not perfect, but okay, and nice screen. And that's pretty much my review. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.